I think that's a good idea. Okay, so I'm going to zoom into number 1. First of all, let's go ahead and discuss the difference between this and what we saw on Tuesday. So what did we work with on Tuesday, Colin?
We worked with two numbers that would let time subtract is plus.
Okay, so like on Tuesday, we worked with like x squared times x to the 5th. And what did we do with our exponents? Okay, now what's the difference from here to here? Here, I have an exponent being raised to an exponent. It's what we call a power to a power. Okay, now I'm going to tell you that this is x to the 10th. This is m to the 28th, n to the 16th. Write those down and then write down what you think number 3 should be. Amelia, what do you think about number 3? Okay, I like the d to the 6th. I do think that there's more that we could do with c.
It's d cubed.
Okay, because let's remember that if there's not an exponent, we're going to assume that there's a 1 there. Okay, so Amelia, tell me how you got that 6.
I multiplied 2 and 3.
Oh, you multiplied your powers. Okay. When we have a power raised to a power, we are going to multiply those exponents together. Preston, I believe you guessed that before I even got started, didn't you? Right? It's pretty impressive.
I was thinking that, but my brain said no.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so now you know what I think we're gonna need some calculators. So what we're gonna do, normally I would have you exchange phones. Today I'm just gonna have you send the person with the smallest feet to grab one of these calculators for anybody who needs one.
Check them toes. Check them.
Wait, do we have to take a fast and turn on my phone? No, it's okay.
How many
What are you doing?
Bryce?
What class are you in?
Driving.
Okay. Okay, so this is what's happening. This exponent needs to get applied to everything. So we know that x to the 7th raised to the 2nd is going to be x to what power? The 14th. But that square also gets applied to our 5. And what's 5 squared? Okay, now in number 5, okay, I want to show you how we do the exponent. So 2 to the 5th, some of us might know it off the top of our heads, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the majority of us probably do not. Okay. When we think about 2 to the 5th, that's 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. On our calculator, you're going to hit 2. And then this caret raises it to the power. So 2 caret 5. 2 caret is right here. Looks like a hat. 2 caret 5.
That's not really. 32.
Oh, it looks like a risk. Okay, what is it? 32? So 2 to the 5th is 32. Yvonne, what do we put for our exponent for x? X squared to the 5th. Good. And then this y, there's nothing there, so we assume it's 1. So Amelia, what's our exponent for y? Good. Okay. Here is where you make me nervous. Let me just ask you a question. What's a negative number times a negative number? Positive. Okay. So we all know that -2 squared is what?
4.
My bad. Rest.
Okay. Now, in your calculator, if you punch in -2 squared, guess what? It's going to give you -4 because it's only going to square the 2. If you actually want -2 squared, you would have to put it in parentheses. But guess what? -2 squared, you shouldn't need your calculator for. Right? Okay.
I'm sorry.
-2 squared means -2 times -2.
Oh, yeah.
And a negative times a negative is a positive.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So then, Kane, what is our exponent for P? And our exponent for Q, Gus? Good. All right. You try number 7. Remember, if you're gonna put something into your calculator, if it's a negative number to an exponent, you're gonna need those parentheses that are above 8 and 9.
4 to the 4th is gonna be a big number. And 4 to the 4th. It's still a part.
So
What?
if it's a negative,
How do you find what's the
Oh.
negative?
I think it would be, would it be negative?
Would it be negative?
It wouldn't.
I don't know.
But
Wait, how do you, which one's the negative sign again?
The negative sign is the one below 3.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
Oh.
oh, I didn't even see. Oh, I used the minus and it said error.
Okay, so eyes up here. Sometimes I forget that you're not used to these calculators, okay? If we want to take -4 to the 4th, you can do one of 2 things. You could take 4 to the 4th and just know that it's going to be a positive number, or if you're not sure, you're going to put parentheses. This guy is your negative sign. Okay, so on this calculator, there's a negative and there's a minus. So -4 parentheses caret 4. What does that give us? Everybody try it. Parentheses, -4 parentheses caret 4. Should give you 256. And then we have C to the everybody. And everybody D to the.
16.
Are you okay with 16?
How do you like? Can we just think like if it's 16 multiplied by an odd number?
Oh. Hey. Estelle hit it right on the head.
I should have from Anna.
Okay, Anna, yes. If you have an even exponent, your answer is always going to be positive because you're multiplying an even number of numbers together. If you have an odd exponent, like in number 8, when your exponent is odd and you have a negative number, let's think about this. A negative times a negative times a negative is gonna give us what kind of a number? Negative, kind of, yeah. Okay. Did that confuse you?
Well, no, you explained it.
Oh, okay. So what is, yes,
Instead of doing this, like now if it's a negative in that, instead of that, can you like if there's like 4 times 4 times 4 times 4?
oh, for sure. If you want to, instead of -3 to the third, this means -3 times -3 times -3. That's just more buttons to push, but sure. What is -3 cubed?
-27.
-27. So this is -27x to the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oof. Oof. There's a fraction. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh
Oh,
Okay, so guess what? How about we do this? What if we say, okay, 1 is cubed and 2 is cubed? That way we don't have to worry about 1/2 times 1/2 times 1.
Oh.
So what's 1 cubed?
What?
What's 2 cubed? Nope.
6.
Eight.
I don't even know.
2 times 2 times 2 is 8.
It's 8.
And then we have A to the 9th, B to the 12th, C to the 15th. Yes, but you need to remember that you are a number 1. Just go. Okay, I'm gonna give you a number. I'm gonna give you a number. 2, 3, 4,
Just got engaged.
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's cool.
Wait, what did I do?
2,
Huh? This should tell us.
Hey.
6.
Carter, what are you?
This your 7. You're an 8.
Preston should be a
1.
4 to be a-
You're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does anybody else need a number?
Yeah, there's not 3 games.
Okay, so you are going to grab an expo marker and up here, there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You and the other people with your same number, try this problem right here. See what you can do for me.
Wait, where do I go?
What number did I give you?
Oh, thank you.
So 4 is right there with the purple.
No.
I do. Like on the purple wall.
Sorry. Rip, my butt.
I'm not.
Well, not your floor.
Yeah. Yes, please. You can erase what is there. You can erase what is there and then get started on what I just There is 3 or 2 people in a group.
So you just do that.
So
Do we just do that?
Wait,
So would it be like
Right here.
It'd be like 3x.
So first we got this.
Like X. Oh, so no, it's still 1.
Oh, yeah. So,
No, it's 1/3.
that's just X9. Already asked me.
Because that's your name on every.
I know.
Be a smart mouth.
Do you guys have an answer back there?
They don't look like they do.
We got an answer.
All right, back to your desks.
Whoa, what?
Andrew, you should have let us know. All right, so I am seeing several answers that are X to the 10th, y to the 11th. Hey, people. Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, Andrew, what happens when we have an exponent to the exponent? What do? So this is going to be x to the 9th, y to the 9th. And then we have times x, y squared. Now, Maddie, what's our rule when we are multiplying and we have the same base? What do we do with our exponents? We add them. So this is like x to the first power. So x to the 9th times x to the first is x to the 10th because we add those exponents. Y to the 9th times y squared would be y to the 11th because we add those exponents. Okay, my group 5, does that make sense? Just give me a little nod. Okay,
Yes, Avery.
so let's talk about number 11 together. Okay, let's talk about number 11 together. So we have, this is what? A cubed is just a cubed, right? So this is like negative. What's really the number there? It's like -1. Okay. -1 to the 4th. -1 times -1 times -1 times -1. What's it going to be? It's going to be a +1. If you want to double check in your calculator, you would put that in. Okay. If you're raising a negative number to a power, it's got to be in those parentheses. Okay. So it's a +1. This is a to the, what do I do with these exponents? We multiply them. So this is a to the 8th. B to the what? 4. Whew, okay. Now, when we're multiplying, what do we do with our exponents? So this is a to the 11th, b to the 4th. Okay, we are going to disperse into our groups again for you to do number 14. So erase number 10 and now work together on number 14. See what happens. What is happening? Boys, do I really have to go over the expectations in my class today? Let's do this and not.
So this no. What? Okay. Oh, 3, 8, 6, and then 2, 8, 8. So 3, 8, 3, 3, 8, 6. Yeah, 3, 8, 6. Oh, yeah. TMI. TMI.
You guys have to. Oh. No. Hooray, let's go back to our seats.
No burning, like that's what.
Period, this is going well.
We're too good.
Yeah. No, this is going well. Okay, over here, it looks like you took 2 cubed to be 8, and then a squared to the 3rd is a to the 6th. plus over here, it looks like you made this 3a to the 6th. Okay, here we multiplied because we had power to a power. Here we are multiplying our a to the power, so our powers get added. Okay, so 11a to the 6th. I do want you to write down this example so you have it to look at. Okay, and then we're gonna do 15 together before moving on to page 5. Page 5 is fun.
Page 5 is weird.
You're weak.
Oh, I would not take that if I were you.
You're weirder.
No.
Probably.
No,
Probably.
Okay. I don't know.
I gotta be a little weird to be a math teacher in middle school, right? I knew I could say that too, and you knew I was joking. All right, so let's talk about number 15. Oh, help me out. All right, so let's focus on this guy right here. 3 to the 4th. I know what it is. Can you get it for me?
No.
So 3 caret 4.
Is it 81?
54. Hold on.
3
3.
caret
81.
4.
81.
It's 81.
Yeah.
Okay, Avery, what is our exponent for x? Yes, you did. Elliot, what's our exponent for y? Good. Now we're gonna subtract. We got a lot going on in the second part. What do I need to do first?
7.
Okay, so in our order of operations, do we multiply first or do we do our exponents?
Exponents.
We have to do our exponents first. So over here. 7 squared?
49.
Okay, good. We know that one. All right. X to the 5th squared gives us x to the y. And then we're multiplying that by x squared, y squared. Subtraction or multiplication? Multiplication. I'm so glad you know your order of operations. So this is 49x to the 12th. Because we need to add our exponents when we multiply. Y squared times y squared gives us y to the 4th. I am so excited. You know why? We now have like terms. Crazy how that worked out. What's 81 minus 49? It's 30. Who told me 36?
They just opt on it.
Hey, you know what? It's fine. Sometimes we make mistakes. And guess what? It's okay. Too much? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, sweetie. I don't know what your future holds. All right, let's go to page 5. Okay, in number 16, 17, and 18, I'm asking you to find perimeter and area. So raise your hand if you can describe to me what it means to be the perimeter.
The perimeter is like the outside of it, like all the little cubicles on the edge.
Okay, so all of the outside parts, okay? So if I'm going to determine the perimeter, we need to add up all of the sides. How many sides are there? 4. Okay. How many sides are 5x squared?
2.
There's 2 of them. And we have 2 that are 12x. Can I add all 4 of those together?
Yeah.
Or not all
Well,
of them,
actually,
but
wait.
two of each are like.
Okay, so I can combine these two, right? For 10x squared. And I can combine these two for 24x, but I can't actually add those two together. So our perimeter is 10x squared plus 24x, and we can't do anything else.
I like these problems.
We can't add those two numbers. We can't add them together because one is x squared and one is x. Does that make sense? Okay. Now let's talk about the area. Right now we're working with the area of a rectangle. Raise your hand if you know how to find the area of a rectangle. It's not good. Okay, Maddie, how do you find? Multiply what? Okay, so some of you might say base times height. Some of you might say length times width, okay? But what Maddie is saying is, hey, our base or our length is 12x. And we need to multiply by its height or its width, which is 5x squared, okay? Now, let's use our knowledge of our exponents, okay? First of all, what's 12 times 5? Good. When we take x times x squared, Seth, what is x times x squared? X to the first times x squared gives us x to what power? When we multiply, what do we do with our exponents? Do we add them or do we multiply? We add them. So what is 1 plus 2?
3.
Good. Hey, look at
Wow.
you. I don't know why anybody is giggling.
Yeah.
That is rude. Seth got nervous. We worked through it. He knew how to do it, right? You know how to do it. Knew how to do it. We got there together.
Not a giggling matter.
Seth, thank you for not giving up. You were better than that. All right, so perimeter. If perimeter is 4a squared b plus 10a squared b plus 3ab, can I multiply all of those together? I mean, can I add all of those together?
No, not the 3AB because it's not a like term.
Okay, so I can add the first two to be 14a squared b, and then the 3ab just kind of a loner. So this is the answer. Okay. Now, area of a triangle, 1/2 base times height. So we look for the height based on wherever a right angle is. So like in number 18, this is the height right here. And number 17, this is the height right here. So we have 1/2, our base is 3ab, our height is 4a squared b. Okay. What is 1/2 times 3 times 4? 6. What's a times a squared? A to the third or a cubed. Do not say a3, right? That sounds like you're playing bingo. B times b. B there or b squared? Okay, I know. Okay. I know that our time is coming to a close. So let me remind you that the area for a trapezoid, first of all, I'm going to be super impressed if somebody could tell me right now the area of a trapezoid.
Height times.
I knew it at one point.
times-
Something
Isn't it
squared
correct?
something. half and then something.
30.
Oh, write it down.
I was close.
B1 plus B2.
And when I talk about B1 plus B2, I'm talking about base 1 and base 2. Okay, those are the parallel sides. And then our height is the distance between the two. Okay. Who remembers the area of a circle? There's something with pi and there's something with radius, but it's pi r squared. I don't know why you're packing up. Offended. Sounds like a you problem.
I do not think I need to be in knowledge of that.
Okay. Your homework is page 6 and 7. I need the calculators back. So whoever got them out, since you got them out, how about you go ahead and take them back?